For Republicans this week, first things first.
South Carolina, 50 delegates.
We proudly and happily cast all 50 of our votes
for President Donald Trump.
Suffice to say, Donald Trump got the nomination to run again for the White House.
4 more years!
Now, if you want to really drive him crazy, you say 12 more years.
But Trump is in a deep hole, under fire for his handling of the COVID crisis and for his approach on social injustice, his impeachment, his inner circle scandals, and more. Today, soberingly, Trump again framed the narrative for if he doesn't win.
And I really believe this. This is the most important election in the history of our country.
Yeah, it is.
Don't let them take it away from you. And the only way they can take this election away from us is if this is a rigged election.
But although Trump knows he's far behind in most polls, don't count him out. No matter the polls, millions still support him.
I think there are a number of cases to be made for voting Trump in 2020.
Travis Corson, Washington, D.C. chair of the group Young Republicans, remains a steadfast Trump backer. He likes Trump's optimism, his vocal support for policing, and critically,
but as we crawl out from this pandemic and as we recover, I trust the Trump administration to continue the pro-economic growth agenda that brought our economy to where it was before and will continue that growth once we move past this pandemic.
Our party is unified, our supporters are energized, and
will it be enough? Will this week's convention boost Trump's re-election chances? Republicans and the president make their case this week.
So, Paul, we've now seen the first night of speeches. What stood out for you?
Well, I'll note that Donald Trump was all over the convention on day one. He spoke and appeared a few times today and tonight. But what stood out for me was the McCloskeys. They're the couple from St. Louis who famously waved their guns at Black Lives Matter demonstrators as they happened to be peacefully walking past the McCloskey mansion back in July. Tonight, in a videotaped message, they spoke about that in underlining their support for Donald Trump. Here's a clip.
You know that we're not the kind of people who back down. Thankfully, neither is Donald Trump. President Trump will defend the God-given right of every American to protect their homes and their families.
That's what's at stake in this election, and that's why we must re-elect Donald Trump.
You know, one of the goals for Donald Trump in this convention is to fire up his supporters, to get them energized, to make sure they get out and vote in November. So consider, Adrienne, that every speaker, every carefully chosen bit of video, including that one, is with that in mind.
All right, Paul Hunter in Washington tonight. Thanks, Paul.